Welcome to the Eagle News. It's Grayson. Today's date is November 20th, and it's a day. Lunch. Today's lunch will be cheeseburgers with fries. Yum, I'm hungry already. Weather. Cloudy with a high of 57. Joke. What do you call a dog magician?
What?
A labracadabrador. Announcements. There will be a safety patrol meeting tomorrow morning at 8:55 in the library. Stay tuned for special announcements from Pippa and Victoria and student ambassadors.
Hello, Eagles. We are the student ambassadors.
And on Friday, you are allowed to wear PJs and a hat for only $1.
Every dollar you bring in earns you more house points. The class with the most money brought in earns a donut party with hot chocolate and juice.
But don't get too excited because even if everyone brings $1, there's still a chance you might not get the donut party. So try to bring in more than $1 so that way you can have a higher chance to get the donut party and for house points.
Have a good day, Eagles. Be sure to leave a legacy.
Guest speakers. It's not Superman. It's an interview with Miss Sinclair, our search teacher.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Miss Sinclair.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sinclair.
Nice to meet you, Lucas.
You're going to be interviewed for the Eagle News. Are you ready?
I think so.
Why and when did you choose to be a teacher?
Actually, I did not choose to be a teacher right after college. Instead, I was a travel agent. And 10 years as a travel agent, I decided that it was very difficult to work with adults because they were hard to please as far as making travel arrangements. So I thought, maybe I will be a teacher. So I went back to school to get my master's degree in education.
What is your favorite subject to teach?
Well, I love every subject. Math is not kind to me. I think I'm math dyslexic, but mainly I would say reading and history, after that science, and then math.
Follow-up question. What subject do you teach right now?
Right now I'm teaching something a little different. I am teaching something that is its depth and complexity, whereas I'm not teaching more, but I'm teaching depth, like going in and teaching students to think critically and to problem solve.
So it's like critical thinking?
Yes, it is. It's critical thinking, but it encompasses all of the disciplines, which are subjects. And we go by the icons, which are up there. So all of those are covered. So the language of the discipline, that's mainly, discipline means subject. So they will take on the roles, let's say it's science that I'm teaching. They will take on the role of a scientist and they will use the language of the scientist. Also, they will have essential questions about science and more like that.
Cool. How do you keep your students motivated to learn in your class?
Well, I must say last year was a bit difficult because I never had to follow a pacing guide, meaning I had to teach everything quickly and then move on. But I like to teach anything where students can solve a problem. I like hands-on activities. My favorite thing to teach, I think, is problem-based learning, which means there's a real-world problem and it needs to be solved. And I'll give you an example. I did a unit on the Chesapeake Bay, and the problem was that there was a lack of oysters in the Chesapeake Bay. So the students had to find out what was going on with the Chesapeake, why there weren't so many oysters in, and they had to do a lot of things. And it really it included reading, science, math, history. So they had to think about it over time, what had happened over time.
All right. What are some of your greatest achievements at school?
Could this be any school?
Any school.
Any school. All right. I would say the first is when I was teaching in Virginia Beach, we were in a competition of analogies called Word Master Challenge. And by the time we did this in 5th grade, we came in first place nationwide. That's one thing. Another is that I was very involved with the Virginia Aquarium. So I was a teacher liaison with the schools and the Virginia Aquarium. Back then it was the Virginia Science Museum. So I was able to, I created something where all teachers from all systems across the Hampton Bay Bridge Tunnel, such as Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, some from Suffolk, Portsmouth, I would have an open house. I had an open house for all the teachers, for all those school divisions. So, and it turned out to be very, very, very a huge success. And I've learned a lot by being a docent or a volunteer at the Virginia Aquarium. So that's one thing. And then, of course, at previous school divisions, I've been the teacher of the year 12 years out of my 31 years of teaching. So I'm very proud of that. And here I'm thrilled to be at Westside Elementary because the students are wonderful, administration top notch, and same with the teachers. I just love working here, teaching here, and I love it all.
Cool. Where do you see yourself in a few years? Did you see yourself still in school? Or
I don't know. I was going to say I'm still alive, but I'm at that age where I should have already retired. But I love teaching so much. So in 5 years, I would say if I'm not I want to be teaching part-time. So by then, in 5 years, I will be fairly old. So I don't know how much pep I'll have in me left by then. But teaching is a passion, and it's something that it's like my favorite thing to do because of you all.
Thank you. What are your hobbies and interests?
I love anything that has to deal with water activities. I love sailing. I love windsurfing. I like sailing on different boats. Like I've sailed in races previously on a Hobie Cat, which is a pontoon boat. Well, kind of. It has 2 pontoons. And then I've sailed really huge boats. I've also surfed. I parasailed. It's just one of my hobbies, kayaking. I like to be out in nature. So, and then teaching. I love teaching and I love reading, of course.
Thank you.
Bye, Eagles. Stay tuned for the show. Stay tuned after the show for a special book fair announcement.
Find doors to new worlds all around nature's edges, deep within tide pools and dewdrops and hedges. Consider this book fair a portal, a gate to Everglow Forest where adventure awaits.